You already know Switchboard. They power a bunch of DeFi protocols out there. Drop a little JM for the man with the fancy glasses, Mitch, the co-founder and CTO of Switchboard. For folks who don't know, can you tell them a little bit about Switchboard and what you guys do?
Yeah, so Switchboard is a permissionless oracle on Solana. We power a lot of the DeFi ecosystem on Solana because of a few mechanisms we support. Really, it's because we support customizable oracles and we are completely transparent in the information we bring on chain.
Very cool. Let's hear about the LST fair pricing. I think that's obviously
Yeah.
LSTs are the talk of the town right now with Sanctum and everybody else. What are you guys doing on the LST side?
So when you think about LSTs and you think about oracles around them, there's two prices really. There's the market price and then there's the actual redeemable price. And when you're making an oracle, how do you have one oracle that represents that asset? And what's the fairest price? Usually it's going to be the redeemable price, because no matter what, if the market goes below that price, you can still recover it for that. So you got to be very careful for the different types of personas using a data feed. So is there the persona that's trying to arb or trade, or is it a persona that actually wants to know the fair value price? So you need an oracle for both of those things to actually propagate fair information for the user and actually calculate risk for protocols.
But I think that's pretty powerful. And then you have an on-demand feature here as well with just-in-time oracles.
Exactly. So we're trying to recreate how people make these permissionless oracles, because if you want to make something for a long tail asset, you don't necessarily want it updating every 5 seconds, although you want high fidelity data. So what do you really want? You want it to update when somebody's consuming the data. So what we do is a lot of oracles are moving to the pool model where they have their own data layer. They're constantly streaming the data into some data layer or data platform. When you're making something permissionless, you can't have the whole world of data always coming in. So what we do is we have a just-in-time data fetcher. So when somebody wants to use a data feed, it will go to the Switchboard network, see what they need, and fetch it right then to bring on chain for all of it to be signed and be used on chain. And this way, we can support any asset at no cost to the person making an oracle. So it's essentially free to make an oracle, and the charge comes for how much it gets used. So this is actually fantastic for the GUM initiative, because you can support a widest range of RWAs, LSTs, any type of asset you want, and not even have to be charged for the oracle until it gets used.
Pretty incredible stuff, folks. If you are a builder building things on chain and you need an oracle, or maybe you just want to get into the oracle game, definitely recommend it. Checking out Switchboard. These markets don't work without high quality data. And Switchboard, it's awesome to have you guys as a part of the initiative to help support things and make sure that these markets are accurate at all times for all assets. If people want to learn more about Switchboard, Mitch, where should they go?
Switchboard.xyz, Twitter, find us on Telegram, and my DMs are always open. I love to help people. I used to be a teacher, and I would like to give one-on-ones. And I'm actually doing office hours next month or so for getting onto Switchboard on demand, so you can save all your costs for using Switchboard.
Love to hear it. Go follow Dr. Blocks, folks. I've been a long time follower. Mitch, thanks so much for coming out, brother.